Grant Cardone, what I've seen him and the advice I've seen him give, he doesn't know much about real estate at all. Now, I know he's acquired a lot of property with 3,200 investors or something like that. That's really, the OPM strategy, other people's money. Over and over, he tells people, don't buy a house, don't buy a house. And it seems to be a total conflict with where he actually got his initial jump. This other property he's buying, how's he doing it? He's doing it with the funds, right? Other people's money. You can afford to make a little bit of money if you're getting half of that, a little bit amount that everybody else makes. All right, so let's open this up. Let's just take a look at this again.
Hey, if you're anything like me, you want to know how to buy real estate with no money. I've been doing this since I was 30 years old. My first deal, I put $3,500 down. Hey, look, I count that as no money, almost no money. I literally put $3,500 down on a $78,000 asset that cash flowed from day one.
I think he's talked about that asset before, and I think he sold it and didn't make any money on it. Let's just see if he gets into the details of that or what saying it cash flows. It's not very specific.
Money doesn't mean no money. It means either a little bit of money or somebody else's money. I'll make more sense of that. Just stick with me here, okay? Second house I bought with no money, zero. It was $92,500. Okay, I would end up selling this property for $125,000. I made 30 grand.
Okay, that's like nothing, just so you know. I don't care when he bought that. He went from 92 to 125. Just keep in mind that just the sales commission on this is going to be, on average $6,000 plus add some other minor fees. Just say $8,000. So really, it's like saying I bought it for 100 and sold it for 125. When you figure out the cost of it, right? That's not much.
No money invested. Third deal that I bought, and you've heard me talk about this before, I bought for $1.9 million. The owner, the guy before me, had paid $5.1 million to build it. I paid 1.9. I put $350,000 down. You're like, I thought you said this was about no money down. I borrowed all this money. I borrowed some of it from my retirement account, by the way. I literally withdrew money from my retirement account.
So I want you to consider this. This is a guy that has been telling you, don't buy your home. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a house. Last 7 years, don't buy a house. Invest with me. Go to Cardone Capital, etc., etc. Over and over, he tells people, don't buy a house. Don't buy a house. And it seems to be a total conflict with where he actually got his initial jump. But let's let him finish on this one.
For a period of time, would put it back in later when I rehabbed this property and got a loan on it. I'll explain that to you. I borrowed some from my mom. I put some money on my credit card. I took some money out of my business and borrowed the rest of the money from other family members.
Damn. Now he's got a wealthy family. I don't know about you, but there's never been any point in my time in life that I could go borrow part of a $350,000 down payment to buy a home. You know what I mean?
That was no money down. Now, I did owe people money. So that deal worked like this. It was $1.9 million. Remember, the guy before me had spent 5.1. This was doing a major correction. Late 1990s, 600 banks had gone out of business.
Yeah, that's an unusual circumstance. And I also made money in that big crash. It started in the 80s, actually.
In America, some of you are too young to remember this happening, but it's happening again right now. There could be 600 bank failures, and you need banks going down. I don't wish for this, but you need banks going down and having problems to have a real estate correction. We're in the greatest real estate correction since 2008, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to have a crash to the extent, it'd be nice. It could be profitable. Although the sub-crashes that we've had since that time he's talking about in 1889, the government didn't handle the crashes the same way. Otherwise, the assets would have been, the ones he's talking about, the assets were made available to anybody and everybody out there in the USA. People bought up stuff, I bought stuff, and because it was scattered. Everybody could get at it, but they've never literally allowed that to happen again.
Since 1996. And there's going to be a great opportunity for you to steal real estate that somebody paid, it looked like too much. That property, by the way, is worth $20 million today, even though I paid $1.9 million. So watch. I went and put together $350,000. The most important number in real estate is the number of units, but the most important step in real estate is the deal itself. Once you find a deal, you will always find what's called the down payment, the equity, or the money. You guys call it cash. You're like, I need some money. I don't have any money. You don't need your own money. You need somebody's money. By the way, this 1.650 is debt. That's other people's money. By the way, the bank gave me this loan based on the property's value and income, not based on my ability to repay the loan.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen today. That's not going to happen today. The bank, you qualify along with the property. It's not as simple as the property, just the property qualify. When I was in the 80s, I'd buy property, and it was called a 25% down non-qualifier. If you could put 25% down, there was no qualifying. You didn't have to personally qualify. In some cases, they would do what they call a drive-by, and they would just do an in-house appraisal from the bank driving by. I add a couple of crashes. After that, they don't do that shit anymore.
This is the beauty of buying multifamily. Multifamily allows you to borrow money from a bank, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, or a commercial lender or a regional lender, allows you to borrow money that has nothing to do with your credit score.
It's not exactly true. In general, they're going to want more of a comprehensive contract. They're very risk averse.
Money too. This is the best debt you will ever get in your life because the property, it was called Cedar Woods LLC. Okay, it's still available today. And I think it's for sale right now, 25, 30 years later. It's sold for $1.9 million. I put $350,000 down. The video says completely no money down. Look, that's the money down. I'm having to put the money down somewhere, but watch what happened to this, okay? This is how I raised this money. I took the 1.950, put $350,000 down. I owed friends and relatives, my IRA, my credit card, my brother, my mama. Okay, I borrowed this money, put it together. Some of it was from my company. I borrowed money from a company called Cardone Enterprises at the time. I need to borrow $75,000 from that, and I used this as a down payment, okay? I financed $1.6 million that cash flowed. You need cash flow to get this loan. The bank's not going to give you a loan without the cash flow. The cash flow was 12% on the $350,000, which was about $42,000 a year in cash flow. How did I pay back my retirement account? How did I pay back my brother and my mother? I paid them back on the cash flow from the real estate. I paid back my company on the cash flow. And I did that for 37 months until at which time somebody paid me $5.1 million.
So let's go back here.
I then transferred this to another piece of property. Well, guess what? I paid no taxes. That's simply how you buy no money down. I've done this 5 billion times, literally bought $5 billion worth of real estate by putting.
But see, the key now with this other property he's buying, yeah, how's he doing it? He's doing it with the funds, right? Other people's money. You know, you can afford to make a little bit of money if you're getting half of that, a little bit amount that everybody else makes. You know, figure you have 3,200 investors, whatever. Collectively, they're making on average, just for say, 4% interest. Again, they can't borrow the money at 4%. So, I mean, in other words, it's not a great return. You have no control over your assets. But you have 3,200 people that have collectively put money in and they're getting 4%. Maybe you're getting 6%, which is not even that great. But if you're getting that other 2% on all the assets, it's fantastic. It's not great for the investors, but it's good for you. But I don't see that he's actually talking about that.
Together networks of people, friends, family, investors. You can do it too. Okay? Everything to do with real estate, I'm gonna show you how to buy it, when to buy it, where to buy it, how to fund it, even if you don't have any money or no credit. This can be done at scale for anybody in America. Stay tuned to the channel. I'll be giving you more information just like.
All right. You know, I tell in the class, the only thing I know for sure is I don't know for sure. I mean, we're definitely in a crash. If you can make something pencil, and look, I bought 4 houses in the last 6 months, sold 2 of them in the last week, last 10 days. In fact, I just canceled the insurance on the last one. I made 125 on one, about 70 on the other, so 210, and that's just, you know what I mean? You can do that, and these are properties only $300,000. You know, a lot of people, their eyes glaze over when Grant's talking about, just go get yourself a $1.6 million property or a $1.9 million property. Much easier said than done, and you're talking about a house that's really affordable to the 2%ers, right? The people that make over $400,000 a year. And maybe it's $500,000 a year, I don't know. But so what I am generally talking to is people that make a lot less than that want to make money in real estate. And it is possible. And if you go to flipanythingusa.com, urge you to go there, sign up for a webinar. You can talk to me free this Thursday. All these people you see behind me, most of these people here have made $1 million. Most of these people you see here have made $1 million. Not all of them, but most of them. Others, hundreds of thousands. And so be sure, just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You don't want the channel to get away from you, but certainly I'm telling you, put it on your calendar. You know, let me tell you, the only regret people have in my class is that they didn't get in earlier. You want to learn how to make millions of dollars in real estate? I've made tens of millions over my lifetime, and I'm showing people how to do it. Get in my free webinar. I have it every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Go to the link below, flipanythingusa.com/webinar. Sign up for it. You can talk to me face to face if you want. Don't waste any time. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You don't want to miss my channel. I've been doing it for years.